Hi, just a bit of feedback on the session. So the members of staff that joined came up with a real buzz, which was amazing. So thank you so much for that. I know that the staff that we had in here, a lot of them were focused on the pastoral care of our children. And I think this is a great opportunity for them to engage in something that really interests them as well, because the offer here is trying to give something for everybody. And the pastoral care of our children is obviously one of the most important parts of our job. So thank you so much. I know there is a real buzz coming out of this workshop. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Elaine Thomas. I'm the founder of the Mentoring Lab, and I've just finished a workshop for the Scholars Trust here in Tring, and it was a really fantastic session. When you're going through the tools that you have, did anyone think, oh, this would be good with that person or this young person? The rationale behind it is that these are actually, these are all tried and tested, right? Especially Jahari's videos, really good tool. Yes, it's a coaching tool, but for me and for many people who really want to add value to a mentoring session, we always use coaching tools. But it helps the young person to realise that untapped potential. And it is a process, yes. They might not get in that 15 minutes, but you're sowing the seeds for them to get it later on at a later date and also in time. So your mentoring conversations would be the young person saying, like, I can't. But you saying, but what if? Anyone want to share any insights or thoughts? And can I just say, the Batari box, the police use this in their training. So it's really good tools. They use it when they're engaging with, whether it be victim or suspects. So they understand that when they approach you in a situation, people feed off of them, and it can just set off a chain of either like good engagement or negative engagement. Would anyone like to share thoughts on the tools that they had?
I just thought that
Which tool did you have?
We had the Grow.
Could you hold it up for me? The Grow model.
So I feel like we're doing quite a lot of it anyway, but it's really good to have a structure to it. I think we're just sort of doing it a bit ad-lib-y, and it's a bit kind of, it's a lot less structured than it probably should be. We're saying probably most of the right things, but it's just not framed that way, and it's nice to have something to follow to kind of keep you on track. That's one thing. And the other thing that I was just thinking is that having the time to properly mentor children in school is really challenging. I'd love it to be more of a priority, but somebody said that over there, it was just literally check-ins, like 5 to 10 minutes, that's generally what we're doing. And I think to do it properly, you do need more time.
All you need, specific people coming in to do it, because the trouble is a lot of people are mentoring in between, if we're mentoring to year 11, they're coming in for 5 minutes between each other we're doing, and that's the biggest problem. Whereas you're going as a professional mentor to do a mentoring session, and we don't.
And a lot of our jobs are quite reactive, so planning it into your day is all well and good, but that's if somebody doesn't kick off over the other side of the school, or you're not dragged to a safeguarding concern, or you're not covering someone that's off sick. So it's really, really complicated and difficult, but I would love it to be a little bit more of a priority.
Could I give you a model?
Yeah.
It's literally setting like a 12 session, or let's say 12 engagement model, where you go through the tools with a young person regardless of their situation. I mean, some of them you might find a young person be like, I don't want to talk about it. But you don't have to get the sheet of paper out in front of them. Once you learn the tools, it's in your mind, you can just have a conversation about it. So if you have a mentoring program that's in your school, even if the young person comes out for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, they are on this 12 engagement structure where you do exactly what we do in the community, but you just got less time. But the conversations that you will be having with the young person will then be shared with family, because I know whatever you do in the school, the families get to know about it. So they can start having conversations with their young person, okay, what are your values? Does anyone have the values activity? No? Oh, that's a shame, it's such a good one. What are your values? But this,
reading that.
Ideally, if you just got, it's okay. Ideally, if you only got 30 minutes, this is kind of what it'd look like. So if you've got 15 minutes, you can slice this down, but you have to really practice it. You need time to practice it. This would be like fast mentoring. If you only have 15, 20 minutes, You start by reconnecting. How are you? I think that was the question I had on the board. How are you? Then you don't say a word, you just let them answer. Then you refocus. So they remember that they're on this mentoring session, kind of this mentoring program. It's fast mentoring, but you reconnect them. Then you review how they're getting on with their goals, their targets. And I have to say, there must be goals and targets. Otherwise, you're not doing mentoring, you're befriending. And then you've got 7 minutes for the focus. And the focus of the session is going through one of these activities, going through these tools. But connecting the tool with what the present issue is, and then 2.5 minutes to wrap up. And if I can do it, I know that you guys can do it, but I know that you need time to practice it. Admittedly, 20-something needs to practice it, obviously makes it easy. But you can do it. That's the feedback I was given anyway, and we shared lots of mentoring tools and techniques for staff, especially those who are working with young people with complex backgrounds, especially when staff have only got maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes to be able to speak to a young person. So the mentoring tools and the different techniques that I provided them with will be well used and well loved. That's the feedback that we've got from the staff anyway. So I just wanted to thank the Scholars Trust for having us come on board. We know that we were recommended by a member of your staff team, and I thank you for trusting that member of staff. I hope that everybody had a fantastic hour and have taken away as much as they could within that hour. And for everybody else who's watching this, if you're a teacher, you can be a trusted adult for a young person, even if you see them for just a moment within the school day. But you have to get to know what the mentoring tools and techniques are, so that you can frame your conversations to be able to have those quality interactions. It's all about the impact that we make on young people's lives, and it's in environments like this where I'm actually able to be quite vulnerable really and share my background, because I don't do it often. I definitely don't do it for social media. So it's really nice to hear feedback from everybody, shared lived experiences, and also the shared passion that we have for youth progression. So I better get out of here. I want to stay because the place is beautiful. I should have booked a room. No, really. Pendley Manor is beautiful. But I'm going to have to go. Thank you again to Nicola Wallace for referring us, and I'll see you at the next conference.